Hey, everybody, we are coming to your living room. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You don't even have to wear pants.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We are doing a Zoom show on Sunday, October 4th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then whatever the middle times are that I can't think of. 7 p.m. other places, 8 p.m. other places.
Yeah. Oh, my God, am I excited for this show.
It's going to be, wow.
Not only, we love doing stand-up for you guys, obviously, so we're super excited for that, but we have some special guests that are going to blow your freaking mind.
Oh, yeah.
We have decided French Stewart will be doing stand-up on the show.
Stand-up from French?
Come on, baby. We haven't. You guys can't. You don't even know what you're in for with this.
You're going to see us. We get to hang out with him. It's going to be so much fun. He'll come on and do some comedy.
I can't wait to see whatever the hell that's going to be.
Oh, my God. It's going to blow us all
Will
away.
he wear this Harry Solomon jacket? Absolutely.
I hope so. Maybe if we request it.
Yeah. I would put money on that happening.
Yeah. My little sister, Gnarly Marley D, is going to be swallowing a sword.
Whoa.
Swallowing a sword? I feel like
swallowing a sword.
Swallowing a sword. And she's going to be dancing for us. I'm so excited to be performing with her.
And we will have resident hunk Ryan Nemeth back. Last time he read a poem about how he didn't feel so hunky, about how hard it was to be so hunky in front of
life.
American flag.
I mean, he's perfect. He has bleached blonde hair now, ladies. So he's going through something.
It was our first show was just so much fun. So we just decided let's do it again. Let's go for it. Yeah. So we are super, super excited, and we'll have other special guests being announced shortly as well. So come hang out with us Sunday, October 4th in your living room. It's on Zoom, so you don't have any excuses to miss it. And you can get tickets if you go to tinyurl.com/L2L OCT for October 4th, basically. But we have the link everywhere on our Twitter and Instagram link and all that stuff. So
yeah, and if you're a patron, check our Patreon because you have a special link for a discount on the tickets.
Yes.
So come on out, guys.
And I will say, you guys are a special guest. Just trust us on this. You're going to want to be at the show. Just trust us.
Yes.
Very exciting.
You'll see later, but just get your tickets now. Trust us. It's going to be a fabulous show, and we'll see you there.
Yay.
Bye.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yay. Yay. All right.
Okay.
We're rolling, shall we?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Megan, we don't have to sync this one.
Yeah, we don't have to sync this, which is great. We've been doing all of them over Zoom. This is our first one in person since quarantine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The danger zone. That's what we're in.
Highway to the danger zone.
I went high. I went high on the danger zone. Yeah.
Went high.
Yeah. Suck my karaoke dick. Oh, no.
Someday I'll go to karaoke with you,
I'm crying already.
I'm glad already.
It's not the smoke in my eyes.
No.
Okay. Let's.
Right.
Do you guys have jokes?
I have jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good to go.
We'll do our jokes, and we'll bring you on.
Okay.
We'll probably use all this anyway. Okay. Here we go. I wrote this specifically for you. Look, I had a huge crush on French Stewart when I was in high school, and now he's my friend. I'm living proof that shitty dreams are accomplishable.
Yeah. Oh, take it.
Oh, man. I'm Brandy Posey, and podcast. There hasn't been a podcast around here in 400 episodes.
I'm Tess Barker, and women can live on hummus alone.
No. You and me both, baby.
Who
Yeah.
needs it? It's just sustenance paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sauce paste.
Sus paste.
Wait, this is Lady to Lady.
Can you keep a secret?
Neither can we.
Hello! We got Barbara, Brandy, and of course Big Tess. We got a show for everyone that's the fucking best. Come on, baby. It's time to hang out with your favorite ladies. Ladies and ladies. Ladies and ladies.
Yay!
We're here, baby.
This is episode 400 somehow.
So it's a 100 episode. You guys know what that means.
You guys know what that means.
Who's our
special
guest this week?
French Stewart.
French.
I'm French Stewart. I am so happy to see you daffy bastards. I can't even fucking tell you.
We're very happy.
That's
to
super.
have
You know, we woke up. Obviously, needless to say, the apocalypse is upon us.
It's very smoky outside.
It's time to take up smoking again, right? Because may as well.
I mean,
why not? Let's split a pack of Marlboros and just just lung dart. Bam, 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 bam. Let's do it.
The air quality is so bad I broke edge this morning by podcasting. Well, I guess I'm a smoker now. Oh, friends, I brought because you were a famous actor. I wanted to bring you a fan and a snorkel set in case the air is too much for you.
Oh my God!
So if
If you
need
need to
this,
get to higher air.
yeah, if you're
so
having an
nice
issue,
of
I've
you.
got you covered.
Oh
I
my
just want
God!
you to know that.
That's quality. That's what I came for.
Yes.
I know
We'll
that's
take
on
care
your
of you.
rider anyway. So.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
have you guys ever looked at yourself while wearing a snorkel?
I think in like an underwater camera.
You look like a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
Like nobody looks smart doing it.
Nobody.
No,
Yeah.
Because your
it's not
lips, you like the.
You know what?
That's why you have to look like the fish, so you look like you blend in.
You blend, like you're just making sense. It's the same thing with like the roller coaster thing, cam at like Magic Mountain, where
the
like
top
you
of it.
think like you're gonna be coming down like looking like you're in a Aerosmith video.
Yeah.
But you just look like a scared fart.
Yeah.
Your cheeks are always flapping back.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
a
just a
2020
dumbass.
Aerosmith video.
Yeah. I'm old. I don't know. I'm like
he's got roller coaster face now, is what I'm saying.
I got
He look,
roller
Oh, he
coaster.
totally
Oh,
does.
he does have
he just
roller
looks like
coaster
it's like
face.
always.
Oh, what's his
He's
name?
always on the way
Steven
down.
Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting some work done.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
what are we
Like
thinking,
what?
French?
I'm gonna get a cleft put in my lip. But then I'm going to grow a mustache over it. It's a deception.
Oh, okay,
I like that.
Joaquin, I like it.
Yeah, you're going for a Joaquin look.
Yeah.
Can I just say I wish you had been the Joker. I would have loved to have
Oh,
seen you as
you'd
the
be a
Joker.
great Joker.
Shit, yes, I'd be a great Joker.
You really would.
Right up until the point where I wasn't. That's the problem. That's the problem with me. That's the issue. I'm like 75% good all of the time. You brought me a tiny coffee, you fucker, and I love you.
Yes, of course.
We were about to get started, and then Tess turns around and goes,
All right.
"An espresso, anyone?"
Yeah, I always like to offer because
Yeah.
I want our guests to be as caffeinated as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's like my eyes are dry, so at least my throat can be
Also dry.
Burning.
Yeah.
just matching. I like to
just lubricate that float with some hot coffee.
Now I have to give you some shit because you gave me an incorrect phone number.
Yeah.
What,
What happened
what
there?
was that phone
What happened?
number?
French,
That's
what's happened
COVID head. I've basically been like in the house teaching like a 7-year-old PE and
God.
math and you know.
no.
Yeah.
I feel like, to be fair, PE's got to be the easiest one, right?
You would think. You would think. But it gets like I get ambitious and suddenly we're doing a dance routine.
That sounds great.
It was in the beginning, but now I'm just listless. I'm just like, oh, just jump up and down for a while.
She's like, you're not following the choreography.
Shut your goddamn mouth. It is what I say it is. It's a moment. We're having a moment.
One,
No,
two,
it
and a
just-
3, and a 4, Father. Come on, go.
You shut up. Yeah, I mean, it's the first part of the pandemic. I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
This is right in my wheelhouse. I'm just going to hang out. We're going to barbecue and get past a pandemic. Yeah. And then after a while, I was just a weird dude stumbling through the house going like, hey, let's stay focused, okay? Hey, honey, like, we got to turn in some shit. Let's stay focused, God damn it. Hey, have you heard of a band called Hall & Oates? Oh, you're going to enjoy them. Like, I'm going into deep cuts.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was really cool, and then I'm all like, you might like this. You might like some bull crap. How have you guys been doing?
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. I'll tell you this. This shows you how practical I am as a person. As soon as the pandemic hit, first 2 things I did: write a play and buy a tuxedo.
Like a normal person.
You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it says a lot. It's very optimistic.
Yeah, it's optimistic. It does. It's
I
like,
think that's my nature. I'm an optimistic person. I was like, I'm ready to get dressed and make some theater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got a play coming, and so you might as well dress for opening night. Right.
Yeah. Ready to go. I bought 2 inflatable T-Rex costumes because I thought it would be funny to walk around with them as PPE. And then we realized how serious the virus really was. And I was like, it's not a bit. Never mind.
Not a bit.
Not a bit. Not a bit.
I'm in an actual pandemic. Oh, no. Oh.
I was like, it'd be a funny short film idea if like two people found each other in T-Rex costumes and they were the only people left alive because like this was
thought it
what
was
they
gonna go down
used. Yeah, I know. I'm also an optimist,
I
but
swear
not
to
in a
God,
fun way.
I thought I was going to walk out of this thing with like an hour of blazing stand-up.
Yep.
And I'm sure it's there somewhere.
Oh, you are a stand-up. That's a stand-up thought right there.
There it is.
Yeah, the hour's there somewhere.
Man, I've already got 20 seconds. And after a while, I was just some lifeless. I felt like a balloon that got away from the parade.
Yeah,
Just drifting through. I'm like, oh, I don't have a creative thought in my life. You know, I
You're
just
just
think.
the Woody Woodpecker float.
Yeah,
Just
Woody Woodpecker. Yeah, but listing onto Fifth Avenue. Where are you going, Woody?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You're in the Bronx. You're just Woody Woodpecker in the Bronx.
Yeah, Woody Woodpecker in the Bronx. We reached a point where we were like, we'd been cooped up in the house, and so I was like, you know, my daughter's like, she hadn't seen a kid in a long time, so I'm like, fuck it. We're going to rent an RV.
Yeah.
And we're going to go like to Grand Canyon or something.
Yes.
But we're going to go like, we're going to be contained.
I thought you were gonna like say, "Fuck it, we're gonna rent her some friends." And
We're going to rent some friends.
Let's buy some children.
Yeah. So we did it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
ask me if I have any business driving an RV.
Do you have any business driving?
I know the
Sir,
answer.
not.
do
The
you have
answer is
any
no.
business
No.
driving an RV?
And will Vanessa drive?
I
Because
was
I
gonna
won't
say
drive
that.
an
Yeah.
RV.
Do you need a certain license for that?
No.
No.
Which is
And you could-
miraculous, Barb. It's miraculous. You should. They're like, oh, it's easy, you know, because they want you to rent it. And then they're all
Yeah.
like, now this plugs into this. And if you do this, don't do that. And if you're getting gas, don't put on the propane. And you better not fuck this up. But it's going to be fun, but you better not fuck it all up.
Yeah.
And you're all like, oh, shit, you know. And I'm all like, you know, I'm not like a manly guy. I was raised by women.
Yeah.
I'm a good listener. How are you, Barb? You doing okay? I see you. I see all of you. I don't know. I love you. You know, so like I'm all like, oh fuck it, I can do it. And so like I start getting confident where you like plug the thing in, you get to a KOA, you know, and you're all like, oh, what are the neighbors like? And everything was fine. And I was all like, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bunch of bullshit, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And we're out. And the sky is clear, you know, because like nobody's been driving.
Yeah.
So, like, we get to the, like, I start getting cocky, and there's a point where you have to, like, get rid of the family shit.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
what's
you got to
Gray
plug in.
water.
family shit.
Yeah.
Black water.
Yeah, black water.
Yeah.
You plug in the thing to the deal, and then from the, you know, RV, you plug it out, and then you flush it.
Yeah.
And so I was getting cocky. It had been going really well.
Oh, no.
And so I flushed the thing before I was supposed to.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And
Frenchie.
it wasn't like, it was just sitting there waiting for me, and I hadn't plugged in the tube. And so I had to open up the thing, and I thought, all right, well, I'm just going to put the tube on really fast, and everything is going to be fine.
Oh, no.
And so I opened it up, and I put the thing on, and, like, just the geography was bad, and it just shot shit right into my fucking face.
No. Oh, no. Were you wearing a mask?
No, I was not. Ask me if my wife and child were watching. Yeah, they were. And so it just blasted shit into my face. And then I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
You're patient zero. You started.
Right. And so
a
not
whole
only
new
do
plague.
I have to go take a Silkwood shower, but I have to figure out how to pick up toilet paper and,
Oh, my God.
and turds. And finally I was just like, I went in, I took my Silkwood shower.
Yeah.
And then I came out and I got my family and I was like, let's just go. And then we just left. Just left my family shit at the KOA.
But what else? What are you supposed to do? Did you get a giant pooper scooper? I mean,
No. Not that hospitable. I was just like, let's get the fuck out. I made a couple of like fast retreats. At one point, like I was trying to figure out where to back up and what to do, and it's a whole thing. And they gave me some like they're like, here's some tokens. I'm like, yeah. I take the tokens, and then on my way out, I realize like, oh, I've still got these tokens in my pants, and I'm like, and I see a kid standing there, and I go, hey kid, you know, would you like these tokens? Like you're leaving Chuck E. Cheese
Some of
or
my
whatever.
guilty shit.
Right. I'm like, yeah. Exactly. I'm like, hey, would you like these tokens? And he goes, these are for the shower. And I'm like, and now I'm looking like a perv that's trying to like lure children into the shower, and I'm all like, oh, yeah. And then I like go over and it's the sit. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we gotta leave now.
We gotta go. Whoa.
So did you just have to go to a different state, or what do you do? I mean,
You just keep moving to KOAs. You know, and I knew it was going to be kind of Trumpy here and there.
Yeah.
And at one point, like some guys like trying to engage me in a political conversation. I'm just not into it. I mean, I'm like, I'm on vacation. I want to do it. And so I had like a standard thing where I said, hey, I'm an independent. I hate everyone. And then we all laugh and then I go
They like
on
that.
it.
Yeah.
They like that.
They respect that.
They get you
They
out.
respect it.
Yeah.
They think I'm some sort of like a libertarian that's just drifting
That's
around.
what that means.
Exactly.
Is a
Yeah,
liberty.
in the taint.
Yeah.
The political taint. I'm a tickler in the political taint. Oh, at one point I was like driving, and we're at the foot of Yosemite.
Oh,
My wife had got on this like this lotto where Yosemite had been closed down.
Yeah.
And she got on this lotto. She was like, oh, I heard there's this lotto. You can go in there letting in 850 people. And she just sat there in the morning at 7, like going refresh. And suddenly they're like, you're in. You got a golden ticket.
Yep.
And so that's why we were going. And so we're like driving up, and it's beautiful. And it's like nobody's been driving. So
Yeah,
everything is
that's
just gorgeous. And then the cops like pull me over. Oh, no. We're like talking. I'm like, what? And the cop goes, do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, no. And he goes, you're driving 35 in a 65 on a one-lane highway, and there are about 100 people behind you that are pretty fucking pissed off about it. And I'm all like, what? And as I look, like, people are, like, blazing around me going, fuck you! Fuck you, French Stewart! You fucking bastard! He's like, I'm not going to give you a ticket, but just fucking pick it up. And it's like, I'm not normally that guy, but I was just, like, relaxed. I hadn't been relaxed in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
And you finally get into Yosemite, and it's great because there's just like the
There's nobody
animals
there.
are out because they don't like you walk like deer are just walking by smoking cigarettes. Like, hi, French. Hi. No fear. You're like, are there any bears? It's great though, but
Yeah.
that's been about the highlight because everything else has just been
Yeah.
what everybody's
show,
doing.
literally hot garbage.
I like that you're
Yeah.
such a consummate professional that even in your time off in quarantine, you made a 90s movie that you would star in. Just you in an RV covered in shit. That's like a perfect French
Yeah.
Stewart vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, the first day we got to Yosemite, that we were like, oh, we're one day early. It's
Yeah.
Wally World.
Yeah.
It's closed. I'm Clark and it's Wally World. What have you fuckers been doing?
I went backpacking in Yosemite a couple weeks ago.
Did you? Is it open again?
Well, it's the same day passes. It's the same lottery system. Yeah, it's so
God.
awesome. There's nobody there though. So
There's
it's
nobody there.
It's great.
That's the best
That
part.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I really want to. I mean, now the fires, but we went backpacking in Catalina, which was really awesome.
Oh, how was that?
Heaven, amazing. Like it's the water's like crystal clear.
We were thinking about that. I was trying to figure out if it was going to be like really pretty or if it was just going to be a bunch of fucking dum-dums like shotgunning Michelob Lights.
No, they kind of weed out the dum-dums because first of all, you have to know the dum-dums go to Avalon. So if you want to avoid them, don't go to Avalon.
I was like, Tess will also be there shotgunning Michelob Light.
yeah. I mean,
Look,
like on a secluded beach.
I'm not against shotgunning. Michelob. Let's clear this up.
I don't know. I act like I'm like, hey, no, we don't know those people.
No. And I know Avalon because I've also been to Avalon. So.
I feel like Dum Dums Go to Avalon is like our follow-up record that didn't do very good. It's a double album. Wow. Was it nice though?
Oh man, it was. I mean, the water's. It's almost like reminds me of Hawaii, just in terms of how clear the water is.
Yeah.
And we backpacked on this really remote beach, so it was just in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was awesome. That's probably the coolest like out of town thing that we've done.
Yeah. You pick your shots.
Exactly.
I've been trying to. My boyfriend is just very outdoors averse, so I'm trying to push him into these situations. It's not
Right.
working. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm trying to be like, well, we're gonna have to figure this out eventually because the world is over.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get the boyfriend that's like outdoor averse, it's sort of like you get great conversation like the majority of the year.
Yeah.
Right.
But
then there's that 20% where I'm like, all right,
I like, let's go.
let's forage for berries.
And
Yeah.
And he's like, a waterfall? Oh,
I want to see you get bit by a bug. Come on, let's do that.
You're gonna have to
be
be
okay.
one.
Yeah,
we're going to be okay.
I'll drive the RV. That's fine.
Yeah.
I got it.
I can
But-
see you behind the
Oh,
wheel of a
yeah.
giant RV too.
That's natural.
Oh, yeah. Oh, But the thing is that once I got going and you get used to it, I'm all like, oh, I'm Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm like, oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, back it in? I'll back it in. Oh, you want it up front? I'll give it to you up front. It's just like, you get this like, but I also have this unnatural confidence. It's an unearned.
I've got the same thing.
Do you?
Yeah, people call me out on it
Right.
all the time, but I'm too confident for it to give a fuck. Like, it's like, whatever.
That's wonderful.
I'm
Everyone
like,
should be
I
like
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
And then like I got it basically 25% of the time.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what that means? I do it. But
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, you run away and you
and I
leave your
go,
shit
well,
back
what
there.
the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, you just leave a pile of shit in your wake. It's no big
you good
deal.
with
Whatever.
directions?
Yeah.
What's that?
Are you good with directions?
Oh,
That's a no.
That's a no.
I think I am.
Right, same. I'm terrible with them, but I'm too confident to do anything about it. So I'll just very
I keep
proudly like,
going.
take the wrong turn. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I give myself like 2 hours to get someplace
Yeah.
so that I don't have to ask anybody. I'm that classic, like,
Yeah.
I'm the last of the baby boomers. Fucking wreck.
Well, this is the first time we first time we podcasted in person
Yeah.
since quarantine.
Oh my
so
God.
this is
Yeah.
a nice,
What
nice,
would
you know.
what would you give
break.
to be sitting in the Sizzler, packing our guts full of bad food?
I know.
and that's still to date the shittiest Chardonnay I've ever. Who orders Chardonnay at the Sizzler? I did.
French
I'm all
Stewart.
like, oh, it's an unassuming oaky shot. Oh no, it's just fucking poison. Would you like another, sir? Yeah, I'll take another.
You know,
You
and
gotta have another one to wash down the first one.
And we think about that a lot because that was the last time we thought that the world might not end.
that was the
Because we
day
all
before
thought
the
Hillary
last
Clinton was gonna
presidential
win.
election.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the day before the election. It's a crazy time capsule to listen to that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Because
were
we're just
very
like,
positive.
let's do it.
We were
Yeah.
feeling good. It was the day before.
I didn't do the math on that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then
The
we
day
kind of we traumatized everyone because our episodes come out on Wednesday. So the election was Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning we aired an episode with the four of us being like, "We're feeling good, guys. We're feeling real good."
Are you effing kidding me?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a recording of the last moment.
Of happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sizzler, full on happiness. Just
Yeah,
like,
we're just in a Sizzler, microphones out, eating a buffet.
Yeah, the wait staff is upset, but we're okay.
We're having a great
I mean,
time.
would you think that would be the happiest last moment you would have in your life?
Kind
the
of.
Sizzler.
yeah, I mean, actually,
Oh yeah, it does make
adds
sense.
up.
A Sizzler with French
Stewart.
Stewart. That's like honestly where
Yeah.
I wanted to end.
That's where we'll go when it's all over. It'll just be like a
Well,
Sizzler where we just hang out.
Maybe we did it. Maybe we're on Lost now. We're just in purgatory, and that
Maybe
was.
we're dead. Yeah,
I
Barb.
think about that a lot.
Maybe that Sizzler exploded. And
Oh,
we
maybe that's
all died.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
the Sizzler is gone. Now it's like a weird,
Yeah,
like,
now it's like a
Euro
weird
nightclub. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
God damn
There's
it.
always people vaping outside.
I was like driving down Sunset and I look over at Shakey's and they've got like outdoor dining. And I'm like, I look at my wife and I'm like, "Milady, let's do this
Work
shit.
it.
Happy anniversary."
I want to do al fresco at a Denny's. That's what I'm
I
waiting
was just going to talk about Denny's al fresco because the Denny's where I used to go after like plays when I was in high school is doing al fresco dining. The Denny's where I like made out with my first gay man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's how it goes.
You can now have a moons over my hammy in plain air.
Yeah.
Made out with my first gay man. Trail of gay men.
I did a thing last night. I was doing my show, Comedy Quarantine. And I was like telling everyone to guess who I went to junior prom with. So see if you guys can guess. If I went with
Okay.
the gay kid who didn't come out as gay yet, theater kid,
Okay.
Right.
the Dungeons and Dragons kid.
Oh,
Oh, this is hard.
this is really hard.
Difficult.
There's so many
Wow,
ways.
all right, everybody.
We haven't even got to number 3.
Yeah. Different kids.
Different kids.
Okay.
Different kids.
Okay.
The cool kid who was like not a football player but cool. And obviously the last person's made up because I can't think of anything. So
A Viking.
Yeah.
Just a
principal, or did I go
Yeah,
with
the
the principal?
Oh, that's
I'm
sassy.
going to guess Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
I'm going to say cool kid because Utah, I feel like you'd be really cool in Utah.
Okay.
In Utah.
So it was Utah? It was like
Yeah, Salt,
Salt
Lake.
Lake.
City.
That's why I'm
it's a
like,
very manageable
I'll show you
town.
guys. I'll do a
she was
picture
almost
reveal.
drama president too. So That's pretty cool.
I was a very theater kid.
yeah.
And so now you're a different kind of drama president.
I'm lady to lady drama president
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely. Unanimous vote.
I'm gonna go with Dungeons and Dragons kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got one cool. We got two Dungeons
Only
and
because I feel like
Dragons.
the theater gay is like too on the nose.
Yeah.
My first
Right,
instinct is
right.
theater gay,
Yeah,
but
that happens all the time.
Exactly.
My wife,
Yeah.
did that for like 3 years in college or something.
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like, oh, he's so
Yeah.
so
I think it was a
sensitive
safe
about my
place for
body.
both
Yeah,
parties.
yeah.
You know, it was a safe.
I did it for 8 years in my 20s.
And then suddenly some guy's like, listen, I don't think we can be together anymore. You're like, what? I didn't see this coming.
But we both like the same face masks.
Okay, I'll reveal. Obviously, if you can tell who this was the cool kid.
Cool kid.
Oh, cool
We
kid.
got frosted
That's a
tips,
90s
everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
And look at you. You were a sexy piece of ass. Like, look at that jailbait.
Arm length.
Your skin is so white, you look like you're wearing a nun habit in that photo.
Yeah, you
far
are
away.
untouched. By any kind.
Virginal.
Oh, you're Yosemite.
Oh, I have an update though. Also, by the way, an addendum to you, that phone number you sent me. I
yeah.
texted this phone number this morning, and I
What'd
said,
they
"Hey,
say?
French, it's Babs. The air isn't amazing, but I think we're going to give it a go if you're okay with that. It should take us 90 minutes tops." Someone texted me back, whoever's phone number this is, and they said, "Hi, please send your pics."
Wait, can you send them just one picture of French Stewart?
I did. I sent him a photo of French, and he said, "This is not you."
Wait, send them a picture of him right now. It'll be obvious.
Yeah, really. Like,
This is I am French Stewart.
oh my god, that is so.
I don't know
effing-
what this is, but it's really making me laugh.
Oh my god, that is
love it.
so funny.
You got me catfished somehow. You like opposite
sorry.
catfished me.
Hey, I got kicked off Facebook because I keep putting up nude pictures of Burt Reynolds. I don't know. Like,
Quarantine affects us all differently.
It really does. Like every time I want to take a break, I'm all like, nude pic, and then the Facebook's like, "Hey, don't." And I'm like, I'm gonna type it back in. Nude pictures of Burt Reynolds. Hey, stop it. We mean it. So
That's a good way to keep yourself off Facebook.
I've done it 12 times, and now I've done like 36 days of jail time in Facebook.
Do you know how long your sentence is?
I'll get out tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're in that real danger zone right now of accidentally posting another Burt Reynolds picture that keeps you in the clink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's been kind of repeated.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it's just because I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, of course. That's great. What a perfect way to be a dick.
I mean,
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds is also a great name for a dick.
Oh, I should start calling my dick Burt Reynolds. Would you like a signed autograph from Burt Reynolds? But then I have to I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're gonna take a break and figure out figure out this
Nude
tech
pictures
situation.
of Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in a second.
All right.
Bye. Lady to Ladies, brought to you in part by Rothy's. Take your first steps into fall with comfortable, washable, and sustainable products from Rothy's. Rothy's has amazing shoes. You can go on there. They have 1 million prints or colors or anything you want, basically.
They're great. And what I love about these is they're flat, they're comfortable, and they're freaking machine washable, which is everything I want in a shoe.
They are amazing. I wore mine every single day for a week, so obviously they were a little stinky after that, and it was just so nice just literally throwing them in the washer, and that was all you had to do.
Yeah, they're great. They come with 0 break-in periods, and they go seamlessly with the shape that they're made. They even just have a new adjustable sneaker that launched. The lace up, it's out of this world comfortable, and with all their shoes, it's knit from thread made from repurposed water bottles, which, in this day and age, we got to recycle as much as we can.
Yes.
It's so impressive that they're made from that because they're so comfortable and cute. You would
Yeah.
not think that.
And I love them too because you can just wear them with jean shorts, or also they are the kind of shoes that you wear with a skirt or a dress situation. They're very versatile, kind of all the time shoes.
So if you want to stop your dogs from howling, You know what I mean?
I
You can check out all the amazing shoes and bags available right now at rothys.com/lady. That's Rothys, ROTHYS.com/lady. Hey, welcome back to Lady. I'm Brandy.
I'm Babs.
I'm Tess.
And I'm French.
Yes. Will you raise your thing just a little bit?
No,
Your glass.
not until a man tells me to do it.
Fine, let's get a guy over here. We just have to stop for like 30
we got
minutes.
to stop for about. Get a
a
neighbor.
Go stand out on the street corner, show a little leg, so we can get a man.
Hey,
Can you just come in and tell French Stewart to just pop his thank you so much.
yeah. Pop it.
And lock it.
Pop it and lock it.
Yeah, no, it's the endearing factor of quarantine is worn off. I'm over the sourdough. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a thing of fungus in my fridge that I don't make bread with anymore.
And now it's just fungus. Yeah.
I think that's what it is,
I mean, we
right?
should
It's
say
alive.
too, like while we're recording this, it's there are fires all over LA.
Yeah, everything's on fire.
We had to be like, should we record outside? It's very smoky.
Yes.
It's gross. So we're just like true mid.
Yeah.
It felt really like before, like we were on a slow slope for the, and now it's like, oh, here it goes. Now
Oh, I
we're
know.
just now we're in the like free falling part.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is, I think, is going to be like, we're actually in the calm before the next storm, too.
Yeah.
So we should enjoy this.
But
Yeah.
what I do is basically like, yeah, this is nice. I remember like during the when everything was like everybody was protesting. I'm in West Hollywood, and so I had like the National Guard behind me, the National Guard in front of me, like protests on either side, and I'm like in the yard. I'm all tan. I look like I'm like going to a Doobie Brothers concert. Like I'm a tan dad, and I'm trying to teach my kid to read and get her through like sixth grade. There's a helicopter over the top of my head, and I'm just like, fuck this. I cannot like what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
I think we have to trace it back to the Sizzler.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything goes back to the Sizzler,
Everything
actually.
goes back to the system.
Another turning
It's like a
point.
wormhole.
I'm suspicious of Babs and I went with some friends right a couple days before Christmas. We woke up at 7:30 in the morning, and we went to see an 8 a.m. screening of the movie Cats.
Yes.
And nothing's been the same ever since.
I think
then.
that also caused. I think that also caused a rift. Yeah.
I also on New Year's Day did go to the Manson cave.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that
I
might
think
have
it's our
caused this.
fault,
Like
basically.
opened it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a Doctor Who thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, we've caused a rift or something.
Yeah,
Like,
it feels like a temporal shift has happened.
Something happened.
Yeah.
And now, like, at first I was sort of like, me and my daughter, I'm like, okay, we're going to use this time. We half-ass painted the fence.
Yeah.
We half-ass painted the tree house.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where it's just been so long that I'm just like, all right, you're done with school. I'm going to set you in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go back in the yard and I'm going to smoke some pot.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to be funny.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Now you got to go stare at a fence for a minute.
enjoy me.
It's just good parenting. I mean, I had someone say to me recently, like, oh, once you have kids, you have to stop smoking pot. I said, no, that's when I
No.
babysit my niece.
That's the opposite.
I get high as hell.
Yeah. They
I mean,
love
it makes coloring really fun.
They're all like, who's Uncle Silly? I fucking love it. I love it. Yeah. No.
Daddy makes
what do
me
you have to like? What are you in charge of teaching? Like, what do you have
Yeah,
to
what
do?
is this?
Okay.
What are your roles?
All right. So like my wife will take like she'll take the first part and then I'll take the second part, which is like sometimes it's like it's reading, it's PE, occasionally it's phonics. It's all pretty simple and they figured out how to do it now. But like last year it was just, I mean, I'd be like, last year PE was basically like her and I jumping rope to like Ronnie James Dio. like just
sounds
like
amazing.
prison yard rules for PE. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like all like, what do you like? She's like, I like this song. Oh, Bananarama. Okay, we're gonna jump rope to Bananarama. It was just
tan dad jumping rope in a yard.
tan dad jump. But
Yeah.
then like a friend of ours was like, we want to get married.
Yeah.
We just want to get married, and would you want to do it? And I was like, sure.
Yes.
They're like, can we do it in your yard? Yeah. And so I built a chapel in my yard, like with like a canvas thing. I got like a little glass dais, and we did like a a smoking wedding, and then somebody else is like, I want to do a wedding. So now suddenly I'm doing weddings.
You're running a wedding chapel? Of course you're running a wedding chapel in your backyard.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
you
ripping
are.
it. But and then it's so effing stupid. But it's just that's just.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time, I'm like, the only way I'm making money is like cameos.
Are you doing Cameo?
Yeah, I'm doing
that's
Cameo.
Awesome.
How's
you guys
Cameo?
hire French
It's
on
great.
Cameo.
But sometimes they'll be like, oh, our dad, give him a hard time. Like, it's his birthday, but last year he diarrheaed off the side of a boat. And would you mention that? I'm like, and so I'm like, I certainly will. Hey, happy birthday, Clark. I hope you're doing well. Probably better than last year when you were on a yacht and you diarrheaed off the side of it because you ate a bad burrito, you fucker. What are you doing? And then and then you just hassle somebody. And sometimes it's like, oh, my aunt is 80. She likes you on Third Rock. Could you flirt with her?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, it's me. Let's do this. We've both waited long enough. And you don't think about where they're going or what they're
you
doing.
Can't, right?
You can't.
No.
You don't look back. You just take your $100 and go. And then it's also like self-worth. It's like, oh, well, what am I worth?
That's a weird. Yeah, that must be a weird moment.
Yeah, how
where
to
you're
set your
like-
rate on Cameo.
Yeah. I just looked over and I saw Dave Foley, and I was like, oh, he's $100. I've got Dave Foley's
so.
self-esteem,
Yeah.
just enough, just
yeah.
enough so that because you see some shit because they take their cut too. So if you're
Right.
taking $20, then you're making $10 for a birthday. I don't know.
No, not to flirt with someone's aunt.
No.
You need more than $10 to flirt
Oh
with
yeah, and I'll
someone's
give
aunt.
it to her.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I don't jack around. I put on the furry coat, Babs. I put on the furry
That's
coat, and I'm
right.
all like, yeah, let's do this. No.
Is your agent getting a cut of your cameos as well?
You.
Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck that.
No, that's me. That's
100% you.
Yeah.
that's 100%
Good.
me.
Fuck yeah. I love
And it's
that.
nice to hear someone actually putting some work into Cameos because, we got one for Babs for her birthday.
Oh
And
shit.
he really, phoned it in.
They got one from Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC.
And he didn't do the work?
He looked like he was a hostage.
Yeah.
He was reading he was being force fed words.
They wrote a
Yeah.
bunch of puns.
They
and,
wrote a bunch of NSYNC puns. So
And he took a deep breath before each pun and just kind of shook his head. Just you could just tell he was contemplating
also
how his
he was
life
in
had
a
gotten to this point.
recording studio, which is all right, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why Eminem dissed him.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to get your ass kicked, Chris Kirkpatrick. For doing a bad cameo. When's your birthday?
July 16th.
Okay. Next year, get her a cameo.
Okay.
Yes.
Please.
But then I'll let it expire.
Yeah.
And then you can do a free one.
Okay.
If it expires, you'll do a free one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you all the business.
No, we're
Barb.
paying you. Yeah, fuck that.
No, I'm not going to take your money. I'm not taking your money. I'm not a whore. Not like that. Different. Man.
It's fun to hear from the other side of the cameo.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some days you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't look that great. And then you're like, you do the reverse angle and you're all like, oh, I look rough. I
Yeah,
better.
we've all had to look at ourselves a lot more
Way too
in
much.
quarantine.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah, you end up thinking like, oh, I need some darker lighting. Where's my ring light?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's still not working. I've still got 3 days on my cameo to maybe look better miraculously.
Cameo needs to give you the filters because I just use
I know.
filters on fucking Instagram. It's like, who cares?
Yeah, just throwing a
Yeah.
lash on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it sexy as shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Immediate glow up. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Come on, Cameo, get with it, Mr.
Come on,
Cameo.
Yeah, why don't they do the thing where every now and then my daughter will call me
Yeah.
from my wife's phone, and I look and as I answer, I'm a cat.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she did it because I don't understand shit.
No. Is this
But
a
I'm
new
all-
thing?
It's like on Messenger, but it's like she can do all sorts of stuff where it's like she makes me look like I've got a propeller beanie.
Oh, what is this? Of
great.
course, like a 7-year-old has figured this out.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
don't know
this
how
is
to
the
do
new
it.
app. This is how you do
She
it.
elbows me away from the computer like, oh, God, let me do it. Man. Jesus. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her, like, well, when I was a kid, a computer was as big as a refrigerator. Do you know that? Yeah, you told me. It's just like,
I know. It's amazing the shit that we just
Yeah.
didn't give two fucks about our parents telling us. I feel so bad because I'm like, it is interesting, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't have cared less when you told me.
No.
But that's
it.
why, I look at the people that people say oh, okay, well, the people who are dying of COVID, they're like old people, and I'm like, That's the shit. That's
They have
I love
valuable
old people.
Yeah, they are valuable
I'm
humans.
so disgusted by how quickly everyone's been like, right off the bat, old people aren't people, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
it's like, what?
Yeah, they were like old people and smokers, and they were like, "Wait, what, me? Oh, I'm I'm addicted.
we
I'm
have
trying."
like an ominous beetle floating over us.
Shit,
This is
yeah.
definitely a dude.
Or is it a drone?
It might honestly, it might be a drone. We're getting too close to the truth. We're like they're talking about Sizzler in that backyard. Oh shit, we gotta get there.
Yeah. And they sent it from Sizzler. They sent it.
Wait, where'd it go?
It's up
There it
top.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there it is.
it's one of those.
It's just trying to figure out what to do.
I hope
Yeah.
he gets his life together.
Bye. You got it.
there.
Oh,
You're
he's
almost
back.
out. You're
Oh, come
almost
on,
out.
don't-
All right.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Let's go back to Zoom. The real world is scary.
Elephants don't like
I swear, he's so dumb. He was there. He had
He
it.
had a
Close.
taste of freedom.
Go.
You're so close, man. Go.
Go.
No.
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 Oh, you idiot.
Oh my God.
I'm
This
not
is
gonna feel
I
bad
think
about.
he's just a glutton for punishment at
I
this
think so,
point.
too.
He likes
Yeah.
it. He's like
Yeah.
trying to get spanked right now.
I'm digging him.
He's pretty, I think.
Yeah, maybe you should land on your
Yeah, on my shoulder like Bernie Sanders, and I'll be all like, yeah, check it out.
Beetle
Yeah,
Sanders.
Beetle
Beetle
Sanders.
Sanders.
Also, what if this is a cockroach?
Oh, he's really?
No, it's not
No, it's
cockroach.
one of those cool
Like Japanese beetles or
Okay.
something. I think.
beetles, but
Yeah.
it's just really.
Oh my god, he's gonna land on French.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. He like loves you, French.
I know.
It's beautiful. You're just like a horrifying Snow White right now.
Yeah.
Just
We're like goth
rats.
Snow White
Yeah. Check out my beetle.
Yeah, my
or Snow Black.
Or maybe I'm all like, fly, beetle, fly.
Yeah.
Whoa, this guy's really okay. Haunting
beautiful.
us. All right, all right.
Okay.
We'll go
No
back
more
to it.
beetle.
Get it together, guys. Let's get
All
it
right.
together.
Oh, yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, there he goes. He got it.
Oh, he did it.
Yay, Good
Yay.
job.
So, like, during, like, the whole thing, it seems like everybody either, like, gains weight
Yeah.
or loses weight because you're freaking out.
Yeah.
I have a six-pack,
Yeah.
but it's
But-
buried under a bunch of fat. So
Yes.
that's the issue. That's the
Yeah.
problem. I know it's there.
We all do.
Yeah.
it's
We all
fine.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to look at it.
We all have our inner six pack.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm ripped. You just can't.
Absolutely.
You can't see it.
You're ripped. You're just patched up on top.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm protecting a six pack because it was hard to get, so I'm keeping it safe.
And
Yeah.
and
Yes.
protecting people from seeing it
Yeah.
because like then they'll just freak out and it's just like what? You'd never get out of bed. You'd just
Yeah.
be with strangers all the time.
Exactly. Well, I mean, like, can you imagine? Like, I mean, your cameo price would be through the roof, and it's a pandemic. People don't have jobs.
That's
You're
true.
a man of
Yeah.
the people,
That's
so
true.
you're
Yeah.
with the six pack. It would
I'd be like
unaffordable.
$3,000 for my cameo.
$1,000 per ad, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We should get you a muscle suit to wear for those
Oh
cameos.
yeah.
Maybe
We have
that's
one,
the
I
way to
think.
go with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
And a wig.
Yeah, just like pull off the shirt and have a muscle suit underneath. Just like, oh,
Happy birthday. Who wants it? Who wants to go through the spanking machine? Oh. Did they do that when you were kids?
Yeah.
yeah.
The spanking machine?
Not adults. I think other kids did it to us. Did you have adults put you through the spanking machine?
Just one.
That one time.
No,
Wait, it was
yeah,
supposed to
just
be you
kids.
got that certain number of spanks for
Yeah.
your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
don't
it was
think that
like
was
they
a
would
real
like
thing.
just form a big thing where you went between
No,
their
this
legs
was
and then
not-
they
I
just
do
Yeah,
not
you spank-
know
yeah.
what-
No, you form like a tunnel with your legs, and as the kid goes through, you
Through,
spank
you
them.
spank
Oh, I
them.
see.
You spank them a
okay.
bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a gym teacher that pulled your ear for every year that you were a lot that year for your birthday. Like he pulled
That
your
sounds
ear.
awful.
Yeah, she sucked. She was a really bad gym teacher.
You just walk away with a giant ear.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
That sounds like the Matilda villain. Like what?
She had that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a
she's-
dance teacher that her name was Joanne, and she would sit there eating Italian food while you were in side splits. She would come sit on your back. I have this memory of her eating a lasagna and sitting on my back.
She was going
Going,
through
oh,
a
that's
divorce.
good lasagna.
I feel like this is. I feel like she's the alternate universe of Jolene, where it's like Joanne, Joanne.
Joanne.
Please don't sit on my back.
Eat your lasagna. Joanne. Oh my God.
She lived in that dance studio.
She did. It was
That is
called
like-
Joanne's.
yeah. Lost all my money in the fabric game, and now I'm here.
I'm sorry, here I am. I just got to finish up this lasagna.
I'm just imagining she has the lasagna thing that's like as big as this table, just one little corner every day.
Yeah, just a party lasagna.
Like that's just every
like
day.
those giant pizzas you have to drive on top of the
top of your
It's
car.
like, are you Joanne strong, or are you Joanne with lasagna strong?
Yeah.
Now get down there and get. It's the extra thing. I remember being on a plane with a dude who just like before we even left pulled out like leftover fish and ate it.
No.
Like a fish sandwich or something, and it just like gassed the cabin. And I just remember thinking like you're a bad person. Like you're just like not like you know what I mean?
No,
like
get
like
your
some
fish off
people-
the plane.
Get your fish off.
Fish and hard-boiled eggs. I mean, fish is obviously a bigger deal,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hard-boiled eggs, like I like eating them, but that's a problem on a plane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
There's
would
some
think you
things
food.
that are just one day. You get in, you get out, and it's done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
next day for that situation.
Yeah.
Hard-boiled
Kyle
egg.
Kinane has a really good joke about a guy
Pancakes.
a guy bringing pancakes
like
onto a
a
plane.
Ziploc bag full of pancakes.
Like
No
he had
syrup.
to put them through security and bring them.
yeah.
A bag of pancakes with no syrup, and he just started eating them with his hands. I love that story.
Fucking people. I remember seeing a woman like in an airport just waiting to get on a flight, and she was just full on like flossing her teeth. And then her friend was just looking at her for a really long time. Yeah. And I thought, oh, she's going to just tell her, hey, do it in the bathroom or something. Yeah. And no, she pulled out her floss and started going at it too. So it's just like two women like flossing their teeth, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong? This is like life unraveling.
Oh man.
Can I ask you guys a question about flossing?
Yes.
Please,
Yeah.
of course, Barbara.
Yeah, I would like to hear it. Yeah.
Is it a myth? Yes.
This is something
Yeah.
that I don't understand how it works with flossing your teeth. Is in either way, if you're using the floss or
Barbara's also got her hands like
Yeah, I'm dying.
tented up, like she's hatching a plan for us right now.
it's something
Yeah.
I've wanted to know but been too scared.
I get
to
you.
ask.
I get
So
you.
I feel like
Yes.
this is the beginning of
safe
getting
place.
lured into a cult.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on,
Okay.
next scene, what you
Does
got for
one
me?
really floss their teeth? Okay, so either with the string or with the individual flossers, which is what I use.
Yes.
Do you clean it off after everything, or like what do you do? Because it's like there's stuff on there.
In between teeth, you mean?
Yeah,
No, I use a different part of the floss. Like
but
once
those
once-
flossers, there's not enough room.
Oh, I use full
Once you get like
length, so I don't
some,
know.
once you get like some chunk on it, you clean it off.
That's
and go
what I
back
do, but
in.
it feels like I'm wasting water then.
Waste the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't want
Yeah,
to put
waste of water.
the crap inside
Well,
of
I know
another
it seems
tooth.
pointless, but they don't really tell you like what to do.
No, they don't. Yeah.
It's kind
They
of a
don't tell
context clue. You would.
But it seems like a waste of water. I don't
It
know.
is a waste of water.
You're why the coffee says hot.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it. You don't want the chunks
I know.
going back into other
I know.
teeth.
No.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's like you think like, oh, I'm supposed to do this, but I'm not supposed to do that. I'm wasting water, but I'm just, and at a certain point, you're like, fuck it, God damn it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to hell anyway. Good Lord.
I will say the pandemic I threw because before I was very like no chemicals in my house, all natural, everything's clean with vinegar.
Yeah.
As soon as it hit, I was like, give me the Clorox, give me
Yeah.
the Tide. I've
Yeah.
just like abandoned all sense of like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
bleach
know.
everything all
Yes.
the time.
I know. You like, you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to, keep my, footprint small as far as like boxes and bags and stuff. And suddenly,
Oh, it's Box City.
Amazon's there every day, and I'm all like, "Oh, fucking care. We're all going down anyway."
I know we
It
were all
does
doing
feel
it
like
so
that.
well, and then it was just like everything has to be delivered. Food has to be like takeout containers are everywhere. and
Yes.
it's like, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I know.
What are you gonna do?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The good thing to do is you get a cat that likes to sit in boxes because then it feels like they have a second life.
That's
of
true.
some kind.
It feels
Oh,
like it was
that's-
for a point.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, you got kittens.
Yeah, I
got kittens.
did.
Yes.
I
Tell
got
us if
Sarah
you're-
McLaughlin. It's what happened.
What
I
happened?
kept watching those commercials, and it's like, oh, ASPCA, and she's singing her song, and I'm all like, oh, man. And my daughter's like, oh, I want a cat, and she's got no friends, so I'm like, I'll get you 2 fucking cats.
Yeah.
And so we got a couple of cats, and they're fantastic.
Aw.
But like she had
cat
already
dad.
named them a year before we got them. And 2 came up, and they were great.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, these 2 need a home. They're from the same litter, a couple of boys. And she's like, no, one of them's a girl. And I'm like, well, they're just boys. And she's like, no, it's Raymond and Fifi. I've already decided.
Fuck it.
And so finally I was like, Okay, well, you're Fifi now. Because, like, you know what? Like, you know, they don't need a driver's license.
No.
Cat doesn't, like, you know, Fifi's gender fluid, baby.
Absolutely.
But, like, the longer that Fifi's been a girl, like, I don't even look at Fifi as, like, a boy now.
Yeah.
Fifi's just Fifi. Fifi's, like, kind of David Bowie.
Yeah.
Like, it's just slinky,
Right,
you know.
gender bending.
And Raymond's a dumb baby. You know. But
Raymond's a Raymond.
Yeah, but they're delightful. I really like it because I've always had dogs for years, and then I lost 2 in the same year, and it bummed me out. And so I waited for a while, and then the cats. But you bring them in, and they were already like chipped. They were already clipped, and they just chipped and clipped.
Yeah.
And they just like you know you don't have to do anything. They just go to the bathroom like adults.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
and
'em.
what I love about cats is that they're cold-blooded killers.
Oh, yeah.
So I love just
They
the
are.
little jaguars.
Yeah,
There.
they
are.
usually
Yeah.
get murderer.
They are. They are. Yeah. Little murderers, tiny murderers.
They're tiny murderers.
Who didn't want that in your home?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I've
I
been
love
trying
it.
to talk Sean into letting me get a cat. We already have 2 dogs in this small place, but I'm like, I do the social media at one of the animal shelters here.
Yeah.
So I'm just constantly seeing awesome. There was a 3-legged cat named Pirate.
Oh my
That he
god.
wouldn't let me get. How do you not get a 3-legged cat named
Fucking
Pirate?
Sean.
Thank you.
And you already married him?
I already married him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's very allergic. I will.
oh, he'll be fine. Does he have Kleenex?
Yeah, but it's one less leg to be
No.
allergic to. You know?
That is a great pitch.
Yeah, there's
That
just
is
less
the
cat.
pitch right there, Babs. One less leg to be. Look, you're like 75% allergic. I know. Well, we like, at first my wife was like, should we get maybe just one? And I'm like, no, let's get 2 because then when you're out of the house,
Exactly.
Yeah, they get to.
they just
hang
wrestle
out.
and they dork
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing. And so now I'm cat man. I'm just fucking totally down with cats.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I'm all like, look at you. You're
Oh, yeah.
adorable.
You get
Boo."
obsessed when they're in your house. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they're pretty crazy. I've never
endlessly
lived with one
fascinating.
before.
yeah, she has one now too.
Yeah, my roommate has
They're
one, and
fun.
I'm just like, what? Like, I'm
They're
just like, what are you
fascinating.
looking at?
Yeah.
He's just
Oh, yeah.
staring at a wall for 10 minutes, and I'm like,
They for sure see dead people.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
oh,
some
I-
shit
yeah.
going
I
on.
read
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they,
yeah.
They protect you from like spirits in the night, and our cat sits out right outside our door every
Yeah.
time, every night. So I'm like, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate
But they
it.
also
Appreciate
suck
it.
the air out of babies.
Yeah. yes.
It's a give and take.
It's a give and
Yes.
take.
It evens out.
Yeah.
It evens out.
So if
Yeah.
you're going to get a cat, just like, don't, you know,
No babies.
no
All right,
babies.
that's
be,
fine.
Be barren.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, yes.
No shit. It's like, it's so weird. Like for so long, it was like nobody was driving, and the beautiful thing was that the air was so pretty, and it
So-
was just
yeah.
like really nice. And now
As soon
everything's
as
on
we started
fire.
doing shit again, it was like boom, fire.
Dummies.
Yeah. Hey, you fucking asshole.
But like you see weird things like during like the protests and everything. You know, I live close to Fountain, and I just see a guy walking shirtless with a deer rifle, like down Fountain, and I'm all like,
Christ.
okay,
It's okay, man.
I think I'm gonna go inside, or else I see like 5 white guys riding bird scooters with
Yeah.
like empty duffel bags.
Scooters were kind of the beginning of the end, I think.
I think so.
That's
when-
true. That's where we can trace it back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
not
what. It's
our
not the
fault.
Sizzler.
No, it's the
Oh,
scooters.
It's the scooters.
It's the limes.
I knew it.
And
Yeah.
the minute they dropped those scooters down, and I just saw a bunch of dum-dums riding scooters, like,
Yeah.
I just became like Clint Eastwood on my porch, like, you should wear a helmet. Why are these scooters around? Fucking like wigging out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just everything just feels off.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, all
What
the
are we
time.
supposed to do about it?
Well,
That's my question. Is like, when do we? It feels so. Yeah. Like, what do we do? Because
What
it
do you
feels like
do?
we've all individually tried many things to help. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're just
Yeah.
kind of like. At
I mean,
a
I'm
loss, you know?
personally, I think, in mostly denial. Like, I'm still training for a marathon.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
still-
yeah.
That's
you know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
We
Like,
have to continue some semblance
But I
of real
think that's-
life.
yeah.
At the same
Is
time.
that good?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
think you got to do
Well-
contain some normalcy.
Yeah,
as much
you
as
do.
possible.
And also, at some point, you're going to need to run, baby. You need to run long and far. Bye, everybody. I'm running to San Diego. What?
okay.
Okay.
We're like, haha, tomorrow. That's what happens.
Dude, my roommate was down in San Diego a couple weekends ago. Her and her boyfriend went to just go for a drive to the beach there, and nobody was wearing masks at
Yeah.
all. And somebody told her that it's because they don't have to wear masks because they're cleaner than Los Angeles. And she
don't-
was like, well, I'm leaving your city now and never coming back, San
No.
Diego.
Kidding. That's the thing people don't understand about California is that it's like
Yeah.
really liberal, really crazy, really liberal,
Yes.
really, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't mean like that they're all crazy, but
No. But there's chunks.
but there's chunks of like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like a new level of disdain for LA that I'm like defies
Yeah, I
science.
thought
in a
we'd already
specific
gotten
way.
all the versions of I don't like LA, but that's a new one.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. We wear masks because we're a filthy city. I don't think that's how.
That's like
how it
actually the
works.
opposite. But,
Yeah, exactly. But all right, whatever. Yeah,
it's exhausting.
yeah, I know. It's all right.
Should we do a question before we go to break?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We'll do this one. French, who will save us?
Who will save us?
Yeah,
Oh gosh. Well, in the movie version, The Rock.
that's so true.
But
But he had COVID.
Yeah.
yeah. COVID Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be so tired.
He just got over it. He posted on his Instagram. He had COVID for a
I
couple
hate
weeks.
to think about him not being able to taste things because I love watching him eat.
I know his cheat days are.
The Rock literally can't smell what he is cooking. How did that happen? Oh man. All right, I'll save you. I'll do it.
Thank you, French.
That's
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
asking for.
Yeah,
yeah.
Everybody, go buy a cameo from French, so it'll save us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we get saved by French. Everybody buys
We're
a
all
cameo.
getting in the
Cameo.
RV. Yeah.
It's a good idea. It's not a bad plan at all. Oh,
Well,
man.
we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Lady to Lady is brought to you in part by Purple. Look, throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses, and sure, they all look alike. And the same thing goes for pillows. But peel away the layers, look what's inside, and you'll see they aren't all created equal. And that's why every Purple pillow and mattress is unlike anything you've ever slept on.
Because they've got the purple grid.
Love it.
We love the grid, baby.
We love the grid. We love the color. It's just this super amazing grid that basically, it's a patented comfort technology, instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. So it's really like cocooning you into the most comfortable position that your body could be in.
Absolutely. And with over 800 open air channels, it's designed to neutralize body heat and it provides a cooling effect that other mattresses just can't replicate.
I love that. I can't sleep hot. It drives me crazy. I have to be cool when I sleep. So it's so nice that the mattress is doing the work for me.
Exactly. And it's kind of just that perfect squishy feeling. Like it just kind of envelopes me, makes me like want to fall asleep right away.
Absolutely. And you can try every Purple product risk-free with free shipping and returns. And Purple has financing available for as low as 0% APR for qualified customers.
That's right. Experience the Purple Grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/lady10 and use promo code lady10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/lady10, promo code lady10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply. Okay, everybody, we're back on Lady to Lady. I'm Babs.
Brandy.
I'm Tess.
And I'm French.
Yay!
Not a lady.
We're talking about living off
Yeah.
the land,
Yeah.
living in Yosemite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think number one, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So I'd have
Yeah.
to change my whole
You
life.
just eating bark.
Which fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
basically half the shit it lessons anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I would be pissed when I ran out of weed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You'd have to find a space where you can grow some weed.
There you go.
You know, there's a point like where we were in the RV and like I promised my daughter, oh, we're going to make s'mores because we were doing all this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And she was like, we got late and the coals had gone out. And she was like, oh, we didn't make s'mores. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. And she was like, but you said we were going to make s'mores. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I start like MacGyvering a s'more with a lighter. And basically I just put a marshmallow in a spoon.
Yeah.
And I Kurt Cobained it. like I full on Amy Winehouse the s'more in a spoon, and then I poured it on top of chocolate and a cracker, and I gave it to her. And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Oh, that's the worst s'more I've ever had." And I'm like, "Well, At least you're alive.
I hope that someday your daughter goes to like a camp out with friends eventually, and like she's like, oh, it's s'more time, and she pulls out her spoon.
Pulls out her kit.
This is how Daddy showed me how
This
to
is how
make.
he does it.
And then you have to inject the chocolate with this syringe.
That was the other thing. That's the other thing. Is like we've been like listening to like the online learning, and so there's some like a kid that like my kid goes to school with, and they were talking about like just wildlife or whatever, and then the kid says like out of nowhere, my daddy killed a rat with a hammer.
Oh, no.
And it got really quiet, and she said, oh, well, yeah, it was running around, and he trapped it, and then he killed it with a hammer. He just kept hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm all like, oh, you got my attention. This is,
That's a dad taking out some frustration.
Yeah, he's just like, look,
God.
I can't call Orkins, so I'm just taking matters into my own hands.
No.
Good Lord.
Yeah, my poor husband is fucked because I'm very animal rights. So I've made him, at his old house before we moved in together, there was a mouse there, and the exterminator was coming to get rid of the mouse. So in order to save the mouse from the exterminator, I made Sean grab it with his bare hands and take it outside to freedom before the exterminator got there.
Did he do it?
He did it because he loves
love.
me. Yeah.
He loves you.
He got bit by it. I felt bad.
Sean's patient zero. There's any number.
He got bit there at the
He
end.
got bit, and then he got attacked by a raccoon because he was distracted by the rat. And
And he still put a ring on it.
he still put a ring on it. I love you more than
On the
anything.
mouse.
You guys just moved back into your house.
Yeah.
Have the animals taken over underneath the place?
No, yeah,
While
we
you were
had
gone?
a possum situation last year that was really driving Sean crazy. They were living underneath our house. Every night it sounded like they were moving furniture down there. But again, I wouldn't let him kill the possum. So we got one of these humane traps, and he became obsessed with it. He started to lose his mind. Like we'd be talking about, like the possum was outsmarting him. Like he would put food in, and the possum would get the food and then leave.
Yeah.
We'd be having like a totally unrelated conversation. He'd be like, I think what I have to do is wait the door and change the bait.
So he just got into a possum duel.
A total possum duel. It lasted a month. I was like ready to coexist with the possum. I was like, whatever. It lives in a different place. It's fine.
Yeah, it's under
Right.
the house. It's neighbors.
Yeah.
It's duplex.
Yeah.
Duplex.
Fucking like I remember like walking out one night, like I'd been playing poker with a friend, and I come out. It's like North Hollywood. And I look over and I'm like, who's standing next to my car? And it was a full-on raccoon.
Yes.
Just standing next to my car. And you look at them and like they've got hands.
Oh, yeah.
They're so
and I'm
human-like.
walking towards my car and I realize like he's not leaving. And suddenly I start to think, oh, it's his car now.
No, they're
His
who
car.
took your car.
I'm like, I was intimidated. He like backed me down.
See his little hands on
I
the
see his
wheel.
little hand. Yeah. Yeah. Turning the ignition with his tiny raccoon hand. Shifting. Like I was just like, okay. And I literally waited like 45 minutes because I didn't know what you do with a raccoon.
No,
Like,
and that is a great lesson in why it's great to be confident. Because when you're the raccoon, people just let you have the car.
Yeah.
be the raccoon.
Be the raccoon.
Oh, that's our TED Talk. Yeah, be the raccoon. We're just all gonna like, hey, be the raccoon. What?
Yep.
What are you feeling like? Well, my boss is kind of, hey, be the raccoon. Ask for that raise with your tiny hands.
Yes, exactly.
Give it.
No, we had
Give
two
it.
out here one night. They were a two-man operation. One of them was scaling that fence. They looked like they were literally in the process of robbing a bank. I opened the door.
Yeah.
They turned around, not scared at all. Like, can we help you? And the one that was clearly on
busy.
lookout, they weren't even bothered at all. They're just like, you need to get out of here. We're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't want any part of this, get out of here, lady.
Leave now.
Yeah, I was like, you guys are right. I'm sorry, as you were.
You saw nothing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Cool. I wasn't sure if they moved back in with you guys gone for so long.
No.
Well,
yeah,
that's
not
good.
that we know of. Yeah, we haven't heard them.
Oh my God.
That's good.
Where did?
Oh wait,
Oh,
we're
go
gonna
ahead.
we're gonna do a lady problem. Since we obviously know how to solve everyone's
Yeah,
problems with
for
raccoon, be
sure.
the raccoon.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I've done it before. I'll do it again.
So this is episode 400, Lady Problem. If you have one, send them to us at ladytoladycomedy@gmail.com.
Lady problems. Lady problems. Lady problems. Do you have them? Lady problems. Do you have them? People have them.
This is a bit of a long one, so bear with me, everybody.
Okay.
She says, thanks for always keeping me laughing and giving me something to look forward to every week. She saw Magic Mike XXL in Chicago with you, Brandy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
She watched our live Q&As and comedy and even snuck into a Friday dance party or two during my quarantine dance parties. So she's very grateful.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm a talent agent in Chicago. I started another agency about 7 years ago and then left at the end of 2018 to open the Chicago branch of an existing bi-coastal agency. It's been super rewarding as I'm essentially my own boss now and got to build a really kick-ass roster from scratch. I love my job. It's fast and furious. Every day is different. The talent that I rep is phenomenal, and the community in Chicago is super unique and collaborative, which I love. So I have two things that I'm dealing with. One, how do I keep my job from soaking up my entire identity? I went to school for acting, so the majority of my friends and community are actors. Many of my friends are my actors. I even represent my fiance. I know. I definitely have social anxiety, and one thing that is a huge social lubricant for me is talking about work, so that's often a default for me, especially with other people in my industry. But then it turns out to be all we talk about, and it feels like it makes my friendships more shallow and less well-rounded. Making friends has always been easy for me, but I haven't made many close friends, and I have a hard time creating and keeping really strong friendships. Not much drama ever. I just kind of feel like I'm a back burner friend to a lot of people that I would consider closer. I also tend to get super tunnel vision when I'm working and being a mom of an 8-year-old and also trying to plan a wedding. I let too many of my personal and family home/life goals fall by the wayside. Way too many. I can't seem to find the balance no matter how hard I try, and I just don't want to have and I don't want to have to change careers just to exist as a human outside of the industry. I've worked really hard to get where I am, and I want to be able to enjoy that while also actively being a better friend/partner/mom. Any suggestions with how to get better at boundary setting and also seeking connection outside of job-related stuff. She has a second part. I'll just read the second part. This has obviously been an insane time for our performers, being completely out of work, and now all of a sudden it seems that the industry is just catapulted back to life, and there are so many new norms and self-tapes, and I can feel that so many people are overwhelmed or unsure. I want to make sure that we're offering all the opportunities we can while fully supporting people who just don't feel ready to go back to work yet. But aside from literally putting "it's okay to turn this down if you aren't ready" in every audition email, which we do, I'm not sure how to best support people while also keeping opportunities coming for actors who need it and want it. I feel like they think they're letting us down when they turn things down. Any thoughts or input on how best support people while also keeping things rolling, basically. So kind of like in,
Yeah.
We got an industry question.
industry stuff, but I mean, it's all applicable, I think, to a lot of people going through this right now.
I mean, I feel like the majority of my friends are show folk.
Yeah.
But I feel like we talk about a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily industry related.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how or why that is.
Yeah. Oh, it's a squirrel.
Squirrel.
I love that squirrel.
We're getting lots
So
of
does my
good
dog.
good
Yeah,
action
that
here
squirrel
today.
is so funny. He fucks with my dog nonstop, and he always wins.
Oh, squirrels are
Yeah.
bastards. I've got one that's all like,
Yeah.
Oh, I also had one. We'll get back to it real quick. I also had a bird. I've got Bird Buddy, where I was spending so much time in my backyard. There was the same bird, and I started like crunching up like a sun chip.
Yeah.
And throwing it out, and then Bird Buddy would come, and one day Bird Buddy like landed on my shoulder.
Whoa. Is it a bluebird? Because they're really friendly.
I couldn't get like.
Was it blue?
I guess it is. Like, I don't know what it is. It was not.
Is it a crow?
No, it's like just like a tiny little like bird-colored bird.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And it just landed on my shoulder, and I was like, oh. I'm totally magical. And then I realized like, oh, it's a pandemic, and there's a dirty bird on my shoulder. And then I immediately was like, get the fuck off my shoulder. I don't need you. I don't need a friend.
Magical moment.
I don't know. It sounds like sometimes it's okay to just say no.
Yeah.
And people have a hard time with just saying no or taking smaller bites. Like doing the same thing but smaller and not having to save the world or do everything for everybody.
Yeah.
Like saying like, I can do this much and that's okay. And beyond that, I can't, I can't help you. I have to also have me. And, it's hard, like, because my wife, she got social anxiety. And so I'm her like wingman.
Yeah.
Right.
So at a party, like we can stand there and I can, like socially lubricate a situation.
Yeah, you're gonna run the show. Yeah,
You know,
I
can be
think
the
socially
mayor.
anxious people end up matched up with like extroverted people
Like
a lot.
the mayor.
Yeah. Because my husband
so.
is kind of like shyer than I am, and I'm happy to be the one that's just
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm good, but I'm good at a burst. And then like, you know, after that, like my wife like describes me as the girl from Stranger Things. What is it?
11?
Seven,
Yeah,
yeah.
7. And and she just like, you know, like when she's done something, she bleeds from the nose and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, you know, goes vacant for a while.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm a
Well, you
sprinter.
gotta have the rest time.
Yeah, you gotta,
can't
like,
be
rest.
on all the time.
yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, I don't know if you do this, but it sounds like you've got to really, I think, start setting a boundary with like work time, being like, I don't look at emails after 8 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's really hard in this time when everything feels 24/7, but
And
if you
people
can
in
set
other
anything
countries
like
do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
They
Yeah.
like set time and then like then they have a 2-hour dinner and they, you know, relax. It's
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's so hard in this industry, especially when all your friends are also the people you work with, because it is like a constant like
that's
friend
the
and
problem.
work
It's like
thing.
pandemic advice. It's just like people are trying to survive, and so it's like
yeah,
there's a part of me that's just like, oh, keep busting your ass until we get a vaccine. But I don't know. That
mean,
might
yeah.
be terrible. You know?
yeah. I mean, it's like it's a hard thing because it's like what would you would say now is like a little bit different than before for sure.
I mean, I think the problem she's having is like, at least with the friend thing, is like they're only talking about like the industry. I
Yeah.
think she just needs different things to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, which is like I don't maybe book club.
Oh.
yeah, reading a book together is a
idea.
great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think also just for because I can do that too. I can be like, I'm just straightforward, so I can be like, here's the thing,
Yeah.
and forget to be like, how are you, like what's going on with you, and have that genuine conversation and not just have it be small talk.
Yeah.
So I think if you can kind of force yourself to get over the hump of being like, hey, like let's talk about life for a second.
Yeah.
You know, maybe try making yourself do that every time when you start talking
Yeah.
to people,
Well, I think-
because
yeah.
it can be easy to just be like, let's get the thing done.
It's really it's why like I've got a friend Candace and she's a lawyer, and I like talking to her because it's not, you know, it's something different or like you know,
Yeah.
Because she's smart.
yeah, because she's smart. It's not like playing poker with a bunch of comedians where it's just like you feel like just all these dudes are mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
these
and
guys
everyone's
are
trying
just-
to one up each other.
They're trying to one up each
Yeah.
other. They're mean, and it's just I just end up looking at around the table and thinking, I just see a bunch of 7th graders
Yeah.
that are wounded and they don't know it, and so they're
Wow,
covering it
yeah.
up with like anger and pokey shit, and it's like just calm down, like you know,
Yeah.
like stop being a
That's-
boy.
It's so that's so much all of it French.
yeah.
This is why we love you so much.
Yes. Yeah, you fucking get it. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe there's like stuff that you could do with your friends that like make you feel like I know here in LA at least we have these like community fridges that you could be like, hey, I'm gonna like drive around and like if you have anything to donate, I'm gonna pick a bunch of stuff up
Yeah,
today
like
or
just break
something.
it up, do something.
Yeah.
And have like something that is like fun that you guys could all do that like gives you something like nice outside of the industry
That's a
to talk
good
about
idea.
too. You
Yeah.
know, that also helps the causes and stuff that are going, you know, everything
Yeah.
going on right now.
Did she say she was in a relationship?
Yeah,
She's engaged, so
engaged.
she's
Oh,
also
she's
trying to
engaged.
plan her wedding.
she represents her fiance too.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were. I think they were going to have their wedding got postponed, but they're
Yeah.
still planning it.
And planning a wedding is a bear too, on top of everything.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
she's-
imagine people who have to plan a wedding right now. Like,
Oh, it's the worst.
yeah.
Especially just like being like, is it going to happen?
yeah, that on top of everything.
Holy
Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
if-
why I started doing backyard weddings
Yeah?
because people were just like, I just want to do it, and then we just zoomed it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like there's something romantic about a trip to City Hall or a backyard wedding. Where
Yeah.
you're just like
Oh,
you just
yeah.
did it. And
Yeah, it's like this is a bare bones. We love each other. Come hell or high water, we're
Yeah.
getting this done.
Yeah.
yeah,
Feels pure.
yeah, it does.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
does, and it takes like a mother-in-law out of it.
yeah, exactly.
Because a wedding can really quickly become about somebody else. They're like, well,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's half the battle.
Oh yeah.
it seems like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if if you don't have an officiant yet, I mean, French.
yeah.
Both
French.
Brandy
Yeah,
and French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both.
Can
I'm
get ya.
ordained as well. We could tag team.
Let's tag team that wedding.
I would
be
love to tag
so
team a wedding
cool.
with
I
you.
would
Let's take
dual
turns on that
officiant.
wedding.
let's get matching tuxes.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
gonna gangbang that wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
You guys
do
know
it.
if I get married, all three of you, and in a 3-person church.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
We're gonna jump all over your wedding. Oh, we're gonna take turns on your wedding, Barbara.
Our special day. Our special
It's your special day. Take it. Here comes somebody else. Oh no.
I'll never forget when I got married. You were running around so much that whole week, especially as the bride just spray tan and the nails and I forgot to get my pussy waxed, and I was getting my.
Oh, you had one job. Oh no.
It's the last thing on the list.
And I was getting my nails done, and I noticed that they did that, and so I was like, "Would you mind just throwing that on the bill?"
Could you toss in a little help for the lady?
And so she brings me back to this room that's like also where they keep all the extra nail polish and stuff, you know?
Sure, shine it up while you're at it.
She clearly doesn't do this very often, and this is the woman who usually does my nails and like was not enjoying waxing my pussy. And the whole time she's waxing my pussy, every strip that she pulled off, she just kept going, "For your special day."
Here's something for your love. Isn't that funny? But that's what happens. Like we got married in the South, and so they throw like a billion parties. We were like in New Orleans.
Oh wow, yeah.
And they're like very formal, and so they're throwing this is this party and this is that party. And by the time we got through all the parties, like my wife, who's like total social anxiety, she's like just stressed, and we walked out, and it was like we were going to get married in a few hours. And she walked over and she just threw up in her hand.
Oh my God.
And then she walked over, like she was just like worn out. And then she walked over and like to a hot dog stand and just like sort of elegantly like cleaned herself up. And then she said, I'll be better in 4. I'll see you later. And then I went and slept in a park, and then like we got married. Again.
Beautiful.
But but that's all the shit happens.
It's exhausting.
They were telling me they were like, "Oh, get your nails done. It'll be nice for your wife. Just clean yourself up that way." And I'm like, I got my nails done. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, "Do you want to put like a shine on it?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And they're like, "Do it. You're for your wife." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then before the wedding, me and my best man go into this bar, and it's just like down in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
And it's got like black light, and suddenly I've got Dracula glowing nails. And I'm standing there, I'm like, "What?" And everybody's looking at me like, "What the fuck is up with you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've just got my hands in my pocket."
They upsold your whole wedding. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm going to do your wedding.
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna,
that.
you're
Now
gonna
you've got to
marry
get
this
engaged.
nerd.
Yeah.
He's not the nerd. He's like he's an art nerd.
Art nerd.
Yeah. He's an art nerd.
Yeah.
I like art nerd.
Yeah.
Is that what he does? Like,
Yeah, he's an artist.
He's an abstract artist. He's pretty good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Where'd you
beats.
find him?
Okay, Cupid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm fast. That's the answer that I get more often than not. Like somebody just,
I mean, yeah, obviously I was dating around forever and, just lots of hits and misses. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I think especially if you're a comedian, but what happens is you either end up sleeping with one of your friends and marrying them.
Yeah.
Or OkCupid. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
That's
it's
the
like
gamut of it all.
comedians are the lowest rung of dating material.
So who's going to come down to us? Only the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you just end up in a gutter.
Or
with
you
some
trap
dumbbell.
someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Friend's question about from like the actor talking to agent perspective of her question. How have your people been dealing with you? Have they are you anxious to be back? How are you answering auditions and shit like that?
I'm I haven't worked since February.
Yeah.
And I've got a show on, I'll go back and forth on Mom.
Yeah.
But they're just now sort of starting. And so it's been just quiet and nothingness.
Yeah.
So they're just now starting to do stuff again.
Yeah.
And so basically I figured, well, I'm never going to be in a casting office again in my life.
Yeah.
So I just, our office, we just put up a background. We've got a green screen. We've got a ring light.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of make a little studio.
You make a little studio
Yeah.
and you just prepare for the future. And so now it's just now starting to roll. But
Yeah.
I will be honest, I've got nothing for you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would you
Well, I guess she's really asking, she feels bad. She doesn't want to make people think they have to do stuff because they might not be ready.
Right.
So she said, I thought maybe I'll let people choose to be fully inactive versus active until they're ready to be back. And she said, I want that to come off as cold, but I'm like, I think that sounds.
She
makes
sounds,
total sense.
that seems
She sounds
warm.
great.
Put that in their court and be like, just let us know as soon as you're ready.
Totally.
You know?
I think she sounds fine.
Yeah, I think
so too.
I understand where you're coming from, but I do think that you're overthinking it.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows it's a hard time right now, and everyone's trying to do their best.
What's
so
her
just-
name?
Casey.
Casey, you're great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sociopaths don't ask these questions.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like nice people ask these questions. And the fact that you're like even thinking about it. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say as far as being in the industry and not having great communication with people I've worked with, the fact that you're thinking about this at all is like a joy.
Sets you miles
It really
apart.
is.
Yeah. I would love to get like a check-in email
Yeah,
from somebody
exactly.
that
Like,
I
oh,
make
you
money
care?
for.
That cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I did do a Zoom audition, my first one ever, and it was so fucking weird. Have you had to do any of those?
I haven't done. I've done a bunch of meetings and fundraisers. But
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
you'll do
yeah.
but an actual audition where like we came in, it was like just wait until they let you in. So I was like, okay, and then it was just the woman, and I didn't know if
They
there was-
had to keep the nerve-wracking part.
Yeah,
Just
of course. It's like just for old
Great.
just sit
No, we're
here.
not letting that go.
Yeah, and then like
be in a
she
moment.
comes on screen and she's like, "Hey, you're like turn the camera," and I didn't know if there was other people in the room. Like you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Me?" And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay." So I had to like flip my camera because it wasn't like the right way,
Yeah.
and it was just so uncomfortable and like.
Yeah.
I
It
had
was
one
so
where
awkward.
like I did like a self-tape.
Right.
And at the end, they were like, just, let us see your entire body and
Yeah.
slate it and all of that. And so I did that, and like we couldn't fit my entire.
It's really
like-
hard, yeah,
Yeah, I
to
couldn't
get-
get
Yeah.
my feet in, and so we did it. And then they called back and they were like, could you redo the slate? And I was like, look, I don't have the technology, I don't have the space.
Yeah.
It just is what I have feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I send those separately? Like, would you? Wait, are you a foot freak?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening? You just want a picture of my feet.
Need to paste together like a. Are you checking what I think
I'm
you're
checking to see if French is on Wiki.
Oh, if you have Wiki Feet. We're all on Wiki Feet.
Yeah, we are.
Wait a
You know
second.
what
Someone put us
Wiki
on
Feet
Wiki
is?
Feet.
I do not.
Guess. It's what you think it
It's
is.
what
Yeah,
where
yeah.
feet freaks go
Yeah.
to rate feet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wiki Feet men.
Yeah.
'cause
We
men
all have
their
like
own-
pretty deep Wiki
We've
Feet
got
catalogs.
wikis. Every time we post an
Yeah.
Instagram with our feet, it gets on
Somebody
there within
adds to our
24 hours.
collection.
I'd like French Stewart is not on Wiki
Wow,
Feet men.
you know your
So-
you know
I'm pure.
your job.
Hey, listener, if you're out there, you know what you got to do.
He's got feet, guys.
He's got
French
feet.
has
He
feet.
told us he's
I
got
do
feet.
have.
He's got feet.
Should I just? I'll just end up like going home and like taking a picture of my feet and putting them on.
Oh, they'll
Please
find
do
them. They'll find them.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
whoever
they'll
runs
find
it
the fiction.
listens. So
Yeah.
They do because every time we talk about it, photos end up on them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's out there going feet.
Yeah,
you say
somebody's
feet?
in these streets. Like literally, pictures from our like stories will pop up immediately on our WikiFeet profiles. So somebody that's listening is going to add you to Wiki.
There are all sorts of
men.wikifeet.com.
weirdos. When I was working in Canada, and this guy was like some French Canadian guy was all like, "Oh, you're in Canada?" It's like, "Oh, would you like to see my tattoo?" I'm like, I don't.
Oh,
like,
you guys.
I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
And then he shows me, and it's a tattoo of me on him.
Whoa.
And then I was all like,
Damn.
"Oh, I don't know."
Well, there we go.
Okay, I've got. This is a new one, everybody.
Oh,
this
cool.
is a new one.
Oh, good.
So I posted a story that said WikiFeet Family Edition because my cat's foot, my foot, and my boyfriend's foot was in it. Look what they did to my boyfriend's foot. They pixelated his foot out.
But not the cat.
They don't. I love it. It's like, lady, check. Cat, check. I don't like it. Get off. That is
outta
insane. They
here.
Not the
pixelated.
place.
Somebody took the time to do that.
Someone pixelated his foot out. They also posted this one, which I said, "Will this get me on WikiFeet?" And it's like a really small photo. Oh, you can't see
my God.
my feet underneath like a meal that I made down at the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
They have a discerning eye.
I didn't realize that this was a thing.
Oh, it's a whole thing. Well, I will say when you type in French Stewart feet into Google, a couple pictures of you in the cast of Third Rock with your feet out do come up. So
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, maybe
that's on Google.
Maybe that's an N.
Yeah, that's an N. Yeah. I think
gotta get
those. And then also you do get tagged in
They
like
do-
Kristen Stewart feet pics because of the last name.
Oh, that's what happens all the time. Or Rod Stewart's going to show up
Right.
sooner or later.
I mean, I'm just saying, Wiki Feet cameo crossover.
Yes.
Oh, the feet do the cameo.
Yes.
That's a
I
good
think that'd
idea.
be great.
Can I
If anybody wants to, feet cameo.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can I see your feet for my birthday?
I'll give them a little voice or whatever.
Oh yeah. Hi. Is that your foot voice?
My feet are probably closer to here.
Yeah, my feet definitely sound like Kathleen Turner.
Yeah. I got a real Sunset Boulevard foot.
Oh, my feet have a lisp. How's everybody? How's it going? Some feet.
Hey guys.
Hey guys,
Got a real tan foot.
I got a real tan foot. Check it. You like feet? Jesus. Good Lord.
Of all things to like feet, we can all agree that don't need to be in public.
I don't feel like it. Like, I don't. Yeah.
I think it'd be less weird to be into elbows or something. Like nobody actually
Yeah.
has cute feet. I don't think.
You just spend so
gives
much
a good
Just
time
checking my
walking
elbow. I'll
on.
just look at my elbow
I
version.
get it. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
get like being the super sexual chargedness of it, but I understand liking feet. I feel like they're very like interesting.
Not me. There's like nothing that pisses me off more than like. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I never wear shoes. But like when
I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Nobody pisses me off more than me.
it's not the truth.
If only.
But like when nothing gives me the heebie-jeebies more than when someone takes off their shoes on a plane.
Well, no,
Oh,
that's,
yeah. That's a
I mean,
betrayal.
that's separate from the feet
That's a
issue.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
a
it?
That's a human violation.
I think I'm upset because I'm in close proximity to a naked foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
one that came on a plane that came through. It was just next to
single
me.
foot.
It was on my armrest, and so my only it was just like some dumb girl.
Yeah.
And my
yeah.
only repercussion was to just use my armrest over her foot.
Yeah.
And so I
Good.
just rested my arm over her foot.
Yeah.
And then I just felt it go. And it just
Yeah.
sucked back like the Wicked Witch. But it's like, be a normal person on a plane. How fucking
No,
hard
I
is
don't
it?
mind if you go searching for a foot. I don't think that is acceptable.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No,
not.
that's wrong.
Nobody should be around a foot if they don't want to be.
I think
Like
it's
you're
way
saying,
more
like,
normal.
My foot, my choice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
get it.
Exactly.
Your foot, my choice.
Just think about other people. It's why we're in the mess we're in because we haven't gotten good at thinking about other people around us.
Yeah,
If we
the
all just
thing.
didn't put our feet on each other, but metaphorically with everything,
We totally
we'd be
did.
fine.
And it was
Right.
Yeah.
like the people who are all like, oh, you're wearing a face mask, you're just a big old pussy. And it's like, you didn't have to go. It's not World War I where you lost your legs in a trench for your country, or
Yeah.
you're not Rosie
yeah,
the
it's
Riveter.
really not that hard.
All you had to do was stay home for 2 fucking months.
Yeah.
Couldn't do
and
it.
watch Netflix, and
Yeah.
you could not do it.
Yeah.
And it's vanity. It's the mask. It's vanity.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of double gross because it's like, oh, you're the gross thing that you're accusing me of being.
Yeah.
Yes. 100.
Which is just this prissy thing.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, it's
It's the
very maddening.
confluence of that with the fact that we have stopped agreeing on things like, the shape of the earth
Yeah.
and whether germs exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's exhausting. Like the other night, I was like, I'm gonna watch football, and they do the Kansas City game, and they have the moment of unity, and the moment of unity got booed by the crowd, and I'm like, okay, so you're just not down with any manner of unity.
Right.
Yeah, it's like how do we work with it? What does that mean? I don't even know.
I don't even understand.
I haven't watched the football, like any of the football
It's
stuff.
like
Is
when
there
they
a
take the
crowd?
knee during the national anthem.
Yeah,
right?
it's sort of like
Yeah.
when they took the knee, but what they did was they just said, look, we're not taking a knee, we're just all linking up, and it's just a moment of unity. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
all about to do a football game, and we're together, and we're all people.
booed that?
And they booed that. I was like, no!
Oh my god.
No, I don't like it. And so,
I will say my husband's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and they did boo Santa Claus.
yeah, they're the worst
So,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah. They're the worst ones. They're the ones that throw batteries at children.
Yeah, and at their own team. I mean, no one
At
is
their own
meaner
team.
to their own team than the Philadelphia Eagles fans, but they love them so much.
And they have the worst stadium ever. It's just all effed up, and then they just the fans are mean. But
Yeah,
I'm just imagining like
but they're good
bats,
fans. I mean,
bats with barbed wire and shit hanging from the rafters.
I mean,
Dude,
you're
the
not that
Philadelphia
far
Eagles
off.
Stadium has a jail in it.
Yeah.
There is a jail in the stadium.
Yeah, they arrest more people than any other team in the NFL during their
God.
games.
That
makes
because they're
sense.
there was that guy when they won the Super Bowl that just ate a bunch of horse shit happily on the street.
this
That's
is
how he
Philly.
celebrated.
This is why there's so
Philly's
much like
nuts.
unrest because people just don't have their regular like. They're
I
not
know.
getting arrested at football games. They're
Exactly.
like, it's got to go somewhere.
gotta go somewhere.
You know?
I got arrested once at Disneyland.
What did you do?
What the fuck?
they
How
used
have I
to-
ever heard this?
Well, they used to have the People Mover, which was like a tram that
Yeah,
went across the thing. It's not there anymore. But it was my birthday, and I went by myself. I just had a day to kill, and I was just like burning some weed on the People Mover.
Oh my God, French.
And once I got off, there were two bobbies standing there. And they said, "Hey, sir, would you please come with us?" Really super polite. And so they take me over, and they walk me down to like downtown Disney, and they put me in what looks like a break room. And they show me a picture of me like huffing weed on the People Mover. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And then I sat there. They kept me. They said, "Okay." And then they kept me there for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then they came back, and they said, "Okay, sir, just don't come back, though. Don't come back." And it's like, "At all?" And they were like, "Just don't come back. But thank you, and we're sorry this happened." Right? And then they walked me to the gate, and so now, even now, like I'll take my daughter to Disneyland, and I'm like, "I'm not supposed to be here." I'm like, "I'm not supposed to be here." Did they have some NCIS stuff where they can like do my face to a younger version of me?
If anybody does, it's Disney.
It must be. That's
my-
what I think.
Yeah, that's so fun.
But that kind of has to be worth it. I mean, no one can ever take away the experience of smoking weed on the People Mover from you.
No.
I mean, that sounds like a wonderful
I mean,
day.
Tess,
I have
Tess
that.
and
It
I
was
got
like-
banned from the Disney of Glendale.
The Americana.
Glendale.
From the
Americana.
Yeah, the Americana.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you get banned from the Americana?
We jumped in the fountain.
We
danced in
swam
the
in the
fountain.
fountain.
And
We
danced.
danced and swam in
Yeah.
the fountain.
like
Yeah.
Or
friends,
danced in the
friends style.
Kind of, yeah. Well, it was
It was an
Pavarotti.
interpretive dance.
It was interpretive dance.
Oh, interpretive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I would
Yeah.
describe it as like modern ballet. Some
was-
kind of
yeah.
opera song was playing. I don't even remember seeing people. We
It
were
was
just
Celine
drawn.
Dion and
It was Celine
Pavarotti.
Dion and Pavarotti, and
yeah.
we were just drawn into the water.
It was
And
after
then-
Magic Mike.
we watched
We were
Wrestling
really
by
dull.
XSL. We got wasted, and then we.
It was Barbara's birthday.
This is why
drunk girls crawled into the fountain.
This is why we're friends. It was my birthday. I've been
Okay.
getting drunk all day. We went to see this movie.
All
and
right,
then-
but you just sold this as like an interpretive dance, like you were like all moved by Pavarotti and Celine Dion, and then it turns out that you buried the lead, which is two
Yeah.
drunk fucking dum-dums
Yeah.
that climbed
Yeah.
into a pool.
But afterwards, we were met by a what are they called? Mountie.
Yeah.
So you were met by Bobbies. We were met by they look like Mounties because they have these giant hats.
They
The
do the
sec-
hats?
The
Yeah.
security
and he
guards
helped us out
there.
of the fountain, and then
Yeah.
he was like, "You're banned for a month." It
Oh, just a month?
was just a month.
You're banned
Yeah,
for a
easy
month.
sentence.
And then he walked us all to the parking garage.
Yeah.
Made sure we left.
God.
Yeah.
That's why I can't, I'm still off Facebook for another day. Cause
Yeah.
I'm
You're a real bad boy.
I
French.
kind of think you're gonna get kicked right back off. I can sense it.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I can see the glint in your eye. You want it. It's been nice not having it, probably.
I do it as a break.
It's a nice way to force a break on yourself.
It's force a break by I've done it 12 times, but but I'm thinking maybe I don't know, maybe I need to broaden my horizons, not just Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
different. Paul Newman.
Are there
Can
any
we
naked
find
pictures of
nudes of
Paul
him?
Newman?
I bet that somebody's faked one at least.
Yeah, it's better if it's real.
I mean,
though.
let's get your feet on that online and see what happens. I could see you getting suspended for your feet, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If I just put them my feet and then just put a big old dildo right next to them.
Yes. Your feet with a giant dildo.
Dildo.
which-
Dildo for side. Yeah.
like I'm trying to get that the Wikifeed rating through the roof
I
out
walk
of the
it
gate.
like I cock it. Yeah. Good Lord. I can't believe this WikiFeet thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, like we all. I would like my rating to be higher. I hate that I care.
I think I have a good one. Maybe that's why I like
What?
the feet
They-
thing.
Yeah. It's not terrible. I mean, I have really ugly feet too. So I mean, the fact that I'm even on there is kind of a privilege. No, I mean.
I will say, WikiFeet, not a bad idea career-wise, because there is a link that goes directly to your IMDb from.
Shit.
Get that star meter through
That's
the roof,
huge.
baby. let's get you going.
Do they combine the star meter of Wiki Feet with
They
the
should.
IMDb
So.
star?
It's
So now I've got
eyeballs.
to just like make my feet look as pretty as they can, put a filter on it.
I think
Yeah.
so. I don't even know. I think you can put them up raw. Just give the people the goods, and they will put it on
They
WikiFeed.
will.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Yeah.
They'll just take whatever it
They'll
is.
take whatever you give. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not about like the traditional beauty of the feet necessarily.
No.
Like something that makes them stand out is very interesting to them. Like they're very feet positive in a lot of different directions. Yeah, it's good.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I just don't like it because it forces me to look at how many thirst traps I've posted, and those need to again just be something. It's like
Like
the
it
cameo.
just spins your head off.
It's like the cameo. I just need it to be like goodbye. It never exists again.
Yeah, I don't need to think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need a
that just was a
detachment.
one-time thing.
Have you guys in during COVID, have you cut your own hair?
I cut my hair yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah,
Looks good.
yeah, it's not bad, but it's rough.
Yeah.
I did it 3 times. I the first time I Forrest Gumped it hard,
Yeah.
like because you're doing shaving and
Right.
and then the second time I Pee Wee Herman'd it, and then the third time I like sling blade it like Billy Bob Thornton. It was just too. I don't know. It just took
This
a
is
while.
looking good. Is this a grown-out sling blade?
This is like about 2 weeks into the sling blade.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it grew out in a
It's-
nice
it's-
way.
It looks at least like human.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But at one point they were like, "Oh, you're about to come back to work," and I'm all like, "Wow, like this? Oh no!"
Okay.
I think a hairdresser would probably gouge their eyes out if they saw how I was doing it, because I literally was just
Yeah.
like straight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It looks insane, but I have curly hair, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you can kind of hide it. I'm coming up on it'll be a year in October since my last haircut, and I'm just
Whoa.
like curious to see.
Wow, that's
What
great.
that
It's been
looks
so
like.
long
But it
since you had,
looks
long,
good, though.
long
It does
hair.
look good.
Thank you.
Did you do anything?
It's a good cut.
I had my hairdresser come over.
Yeah.
I had to. Like,
Yeah.
getting my
Just
hair
come
done
over.
my natural hair color is like it's like white noise. It's the absence of anything. Like
get it.
it was lowering my self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think and
I'm the
people are doing
definition
it.
of
People
mousy.
are doing it safely
Yeah.
now, so it's. I think you're fine.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a way
yeah.
to do
That
it.
was like the one thing that I'm like, and I love my hairdresser. It's like makes me happy to get my hair done.
But like at this point, I just look at people like, okay, are you dumb or are you smart? And if you're smart, I'll put myself in your proximity.
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
And
For
if
sure.
you're dumb, I won't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so honored.
I know.
Yeah. Thanks, Frenchie.
Yeah.
Yeah. October 29th, 2019, my last haircut.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I was like, when was that? I mean, it's a Skip Does Hair on Instagram. Real testament that the shag grew out.
Maybe I should
Still
come back
good.
in a few weeks and I'll cut it.
Yeah.
That would
We'll
be
talk
great.
as I'm cutting it.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
But
That'd
you
be
got to
nice.
let me really express myself.
Always. Always. When do we not, baby?
Yeah, I don't even know why I was talking to.
Let's see
Preaching
what we
to the
get.
choir.
Yeah, let's see what we get this time.
Did we solve this? I feel like we didn't.
No,
solve
I
this
think we did a
problem.
really poor job.
Did we not solve it?
I
I don't.
I mean, we said what we. I
we
think
solved
like
a bit of it.
yeah.
we.
Yeah.
Sconch.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the second half, like you're
Don't worry about the second half.
Yeah, you're overthinking it. Everyone is doing the best they can, and that includes you.
Yeah.
And I think let this time more than anything remind you that like there needs to be a focus on life outside of work
That's
because
right.
we're
And
not
don't be
guaranteed
afraid
anything.
to say, "Oh, I can't."
Yeah.
I can't or no,
yeah,
because sometimes it's just no. It's like I don't have all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think making. Talking with people that isn't just work stuff, just kind of make yourself
Yeah.
and get over that hard part of it. And then you'll think it'll be easier every time.
I think a book club or like something that is
Yeah,
like an
something that's
activity, something
Something
that's
outside of
related
it.
is a good idea.
gives
Yeah.
you something to talk about because I also understand like if you have workaholic tendencies, I think like this has also been like because if you don't talk about work, then the reality is horrible to talk about too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can see why you would also spiral in that way.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
it's a lovely sort of like netherland to live in.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
like another thing that might be like this is your last option sort of thing to do. But like if people are really on you about like trying to get out or whatever, and you're feeling stressed, just say, "Well, I'm doing the best I have. Like I can. Like
Yeah.
I have COVID."
Oh, yeah.
Fake COVID.
Fake COVID.
Fake COVID.
That'll get you out for
Everyone
at
gets
least
a free
month.
fake COVID, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
That is
you need
true.
it.
That is like a dead ant,
Yeah.
funeral.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I've got the coronavirus, and
Yeah.
I sleep all day. But during my 3 waking hours, I'll try and help you.
I'll give it a
Yeah,
shot.
I'll get you that Campbell's audition.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just
because that's all I
me.
care about, other than fighting. My kidney shutting down, or
Yeah.
Boom, solved it. There we go.
There it
There
is.
was.
bango. Well, that's your poison pill.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
all
yeah.
else goes.
But first, just try to assert your boundaries. But
Yeah,
good luck with that.
yeah. That's what I. Yeah, that's what I do. But that's the thing. It's like sometimes these things are a blessing because they expose, sort of the hardest parts about you. Where I always feel like people's best quality is also their worst quality. Where it's like he's just like super nice to people, and it's like, well, but he's just super nice to people, and there's no it's always like this give and take of.
Yeah, he gets walked all over, or he doesn't have real relationships
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was listening to some kind of meditation podcast recently, and they were talking about how if the standard answer for your biggest weakness in a job interview is always that you're a perfectionist. It's
yeah.
that's actually someone you shouldn't hire. That's a huge red flag, because if someone is a perfectionist, what they're making up for is a lack of confidence,
Right.
and they actually don't a perfectionist doesn't believe in themselves.
Right.
That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Never really connected those two. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like someone who
I think
actually
all of us are like, but I'm a. It just took a moment.
Well, I mean, definitely used to be much more so. It shows growth because I don't give a fuck anymore about most stuff.
Yeah.
and you kind of can't be
So
a
much more
risk
confident.
taker and be a perfectionist. Like a risk taker will
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
be down to fuck up and down to
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, more advantageous, I think, in most.
Yeah.
Well, that's also part of, you're saying this is a time for, a lot of us are coming to terms with certain things. And that's also why this all fucking sucks, because that's very hard to do.
I hate coming to terms with
Yeah, the
things.
self-reflection is
Very
the
hard
one.
to look at. We're literally forced to look at ourselves in Zooms and shit all the time, and
Yeah.
at the rest of everything. So
I did a fundraiser for my kids' school, and I was wearing, from the top up, I was wearing a tuxedo. And then from the bottom down, I was just wearing shorts. But by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, who am I kidding? I just stood up for everybody. Hey, you got fooled. You got clowned. Thanks for your money.
that's great.
I love that. That's
No,
amazing.
but it's just, I also wonder what it's going to do to fashion. Because now, anytime I put on actual pants, I call them my crunchy pants. I think, I don't know. People are, I might need to put on my crunchy pants, and then I put them on, and I'm all like,
It's so weird. It's so weird to dress like you're gonna see anybody. I don't like it. I'm very
either.
used to my inside clothes.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
the good
comfy
part
now.
about it.
And comfort is a real Pandora's box. I stopped wearing high heels 10 years ago, and I can't wear them anymore. When I was just a young little slut,
Sure.
I didn't know what lied ahead. But now
Yeah.
that I know about wearing Vans every day, I can't
Yeah.
go back.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you really
Go
start
back.
to see
Absolutely.
why people get into ugly fashion that's very comfortable. You're like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
This makes
Yeah.
a lot. Bucket hats do make sense. It kind of opens into view.
It makes sense.
Just does.
Solved.
Well, that's it.
French, as always, we can't thank you enough for being
Are you
here.
kidding? It was so
Yeah.
great to see you guys.
I
It's just
know.
I love you guys to death, and I'm glad you're doing well, and
Yeah.
we'll get through it.
We will. We got this.
We'll be here for 500 and come hell or high water. We'll see what happens.
That's the other thing. Happy 400th.
Thank you.
That
thank
is
you,
no
French.
small feat.
Thank you.
400. Congratulations. You've earned it. It's always a pleasure. You're one of the few of these that I do. I just always enjoy it, and you've done a fantastic effing job. I love you.
Aw, thanks, French.
Love you too, French.
You bet. You
best.
bet. Always a pleasure.
Aw.
All right.
We're going to take French on over to the top secret session. So go to patreon.com/lady2lady if you
Yeah.
want to come hear us talk about. I have a hickey on my neck. Maybe we'll talk about
let's
that.
talk about
Randy has a hickey.
Oh, shit,
Come
yeah.
over to top secret session.
When's the last time that happened? Was there a vampire? Sort of. Sort of.
Happy 400, guys. I love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Can't get enough of us? Subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive bonus content, access to our first 100 episodes, and more. Go to patreon.com/ladytolady now to sign up. As little as $1 a month keeps a roof over the glam cave and keeps you laughing, even when your coworkers stare. That's patreon.com/ladytolady.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Lady to Lady Comedy. Join our Facebook group, Lady to Lady Podcasts, to chat with other fans about episodes, or even post your own lady problems. Check out our website, ladytoladycomedy.com, for show notes, videos, and merch.
And follow our individual accounts, Babs Gray, Brandazzle, and Testify Barker, for jokes and info and where you can see us perform live. And if you want to send us snacks, stickers, or a lock of your own hair, I don't know, whatever, our P.O. Box is 412-794, Los Angeles, California, 90041. And please, leave us a review on iTunes, but only if you like us.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.